Welcome to Yoga for Beginners channel. I'm Svetlana. Today's class, Basic Yoga Standing Postures, is a part of Yoga Fundamentals series. This series is designed for you so that you can feel comfortable coming to any yoga class or practicing yoga at home, and also not only be comfortable but be safe. We'll work on proper body alignment and correct muscles engagement. Proper body alignment is not just a good posture or beautiful posture. Proper body alignment brings balance to our body because we have different misalignments in our body from our activities, from our work, and finally realigning our body, we can let our body heal naturally because our body is very intelligent. It just requires a little bit of help from us. And the first posture we're gonna work on is mountain pose. It seems very simple. We stand in mountain pose before Sun Salutation A and Sun Salutation B. It's very simple, but muscles engagement and our posture will be exactly the same when we do any more advanced postures, including our inversions. So I'll use, for demonstration purposes, two of the blocks for my legs, how to engage muscles of our legs. If you don't have them, no worries. If you do, if you happen to have them, just place one block so that the front part protruding more forward between your thighs, and then one block between your shins, your feet hip distance apart. So first what we're gonna do, we are gonna rotate our thigh bone, our femur, inward so that we can plug the top of our femur into our hip socket so that all the muscles can hug our hip joint and support it when we move. So rotating your thighs in, you can feel that your sit bones, your tailbone pointing to the wall behind you. And at the same time, we need to squeeze our shins toward one another, squeezing that block that between your shins. So you can feel strength of your legs now. Now lift your toes and lifting your arches, spread your toes down wide to the floor, at the same time keeping arches lifted. Keep your legs active and pull that energy from your feet up. Gently pull your belly in. Make sure you can still breathe. Also, one more kind of cue I use for classes. Imagine you button your hip bones up to your waistline. It's how you lift your tummy gently. Make sure you still can breathe. Release your arms by your side and breathe. 5 deep breaths. And release, relax. Next posture is a triangle pose. For triangle pose, step your left leg forward, keeping your front foot parallel to side edges of your mat, back foot, toes pointing forward, and we keep straight line between our heels. The distance between our feet, approximately the length of your leg. But again, it can be shorter, it can be longer. Just feel comfortable and stable in this position. First, what we're gonna watch in triangle pose is our knee, because these muscles are quite weak, so they always try to be relaxed and knee falls in. Instead, we will engage these muscles here, we'll roll them out, realigning our knee with the second toe, and we'll keep it here. So keep engagement of your leg. Now, open your hips sideways. Make sure your knee doesn't move. Find your hip bones the same height from the floor, moving your right hip down. And slowly move sideways, keeping side of your body equal in length because we hinge from our hip. It doesn't have to be really, really deep position. Just move your torso sideways. Now release your left arm, your palms facing forward. You can look down, you can look forward. If it's comfortable for your neck, you can look up. And also you can move your right arm up. Both palms are facing forward. 5 deep breaths. Moving your arms up and release. Turn your feet and pivot your feet to touch. You can relax your legs. You can move your feet to relax your legs. The other side. Step your right leg forward, keeping your foot parallel to side edges of your mat, and your back foot pointing forward, 45-degree angle, straight line between your both heels. Again, watch your knee. Roll your muscles out from inside out. Realign your knee exactly with your second toe. Open your hips sideways. Realign your hip bones. Press your feet to the floor and pull your energy from your legs, from your feet up, as if you want to scissor your legs. Inhale and hinge from your hip. You can look down, you can look forward, you can look up. Release your right arm down, palms facing forward. Your left arm up, palms facing forward as well. 5 deep breaths. Keep breathing and watching your breath. Inhale to rise and release your hands, pivot your feet and relax, walk your feet. Next pose we'll do today is a Warrior One pose. So step your right leg forward, keeping your foot parallel to side edges of a mat, the same as we did for our triangle pose. Step your left leg back and keep it 45-degree angle. The same alignment between heels. It's a straight line between our both heels. Here again, we are watching our knee. So when we bend our knee, we need to make sure that our knee stays again in line with our second toe, and also our knee doesn't go to past our ankle. So if you look down, you should see your foot. Press your feet to the floor. You can keep your hands on your hips for now. Press your feet to the floor. And now we need to move our hips so that our hip bones pointing forward. But instead of pushing just our hips, we'll engage our legs. We'll engage inner side of our legs and we'll just try to scissor our legs. Of course, our feet is gonna stay on the floor. We're gonna just energetically pull them toward one another. That's how you turn your hips. Relax your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone down, so your tailbone down pointing to the floor. Lengthen your lower back, engaging your belly, shoulders relaxed. You can move your arms forward. You can stay here. If it's comfortable for your shoulders, you can move your arms up. Relax your shoulders. 5 deep breaths. Breathing in and out, just watch your breath. Release your hands to your hips, parallel your feet, and just move your feet to touch. Warrior One, other side. Step your left leg forward, keeping your foot parallel to side edges of mat. Step your back foot so that your toes pointing forward. Again, remaining straight line between our both heels. Bending our front knee, realign it with your second toe, engage muscles here inside of your leg. And when you bend knee, make sure your knee stays right, middle of your knee stays right above your ankle. Turning our hips, engage your legs instead of simply pushing your hips. Just engage your, if you need, just shorten your stance. Engage your legs as if you're scissoring your legs toward one another. Tuck your tailbone down, press it down, and lengthen everything from your tailbone up. Lengthen, keep your belly engaged. Move your arms forward, open your chest, and then up. 5 deep breaths. Release your hands, parallel your feet, and bring your feet to touch. Next, and the last pose for today's class is balancing pose or tree pose. I'm sure you've seen it many times, this pose. So it's when you place your foot to your thigh and you balance on one leg. And balancing pose, any balancing pose is supposed to strengthen our joints, ankle, knee, and our hip joint. So with that purpose, it doesn't matter where our leg, here on the floor or on our side, so it doesn't matter how high it goes. What is important to really realign all these three joints, ankle, knee, and hip joint in one straight line so that they are not twisted or moved to the side. And we'll have the same legs engagement here that we did for mountain pose, because I mentioned that engagement goes everywhere. So first we'll rotate our thighs inward, finding inner spiral rotation so that our hip joint is really hugged with all the muscles around and it's safe. Now realign your knee, so your knee in line with your ankle, hug your shins to the midline. Tuck your tailbone down, engage your core. Core is always engaged. Without losing engagement of muscles on your left leg, shift your weight to your left leg. And your foot can stay either on the floor, toes touching the floor. It can go to your calf or to your thigh. But again, it doesn't matter how high it goes. The purpose here to strengthen our joints. Relax your shoulders, core engaged, hands can be on your hips, hands can be in front of you. 5 deep breaths. Release your hands, release your leg, and walk your feet. You can even shake your legs. The same, the other side. So find your feet, hip distance apart. Find inner spiral rotation of your thighs, rotating them inward. Hug your shins to the midline. Tuck your tailbone down, engage your core, shoulders relaxed. Keeping engagement on your muscles on your right leg. Just shift your weight to your right leg. Find your foot on the floor, on your calf or on your thigh. Keep hip bones the same height from the floor. Find comfortable position for your hands. Shoulders relaxed, core engaged. 5 deep breaths. And relax. Relax your legs, you can move them. The last pose we'll do is Shavasana, or corpse pose. Shavasana is very simple pose. You just lie down on the floor and rest. Lying down flat on the hard surface sometimes can be challenging for some of you if you have troubles with your lower back. So, because for just regular Shavasana, what we do, we lie down flat, feet and legs as wide as you need, arms by your side, or it can be even on your tummy or on your floating ribs. But this position is not comfortable for all of us. So what we can do, we can use a pillow or a bolster or even the roll blanket just to put under our thighs. Find that comfort, lifting our thighs up so that our lower back can relax. So find your own comfort. Keep your palms up, or you can keep your hands on your tummy or on your floating ribs if it's not comfortable, this position for your shoulders. Close your eyes. And instead of forcing your body to relax, you just simply need to watch your body. Forehead, temples, eyes, cheeks, ears, neck, right shoulder, left shoulder, right arm, left arm, rib cage, hips, right leg, left leg. Inhale and sigh out. Relax your entire body. We'll have 2 more minutes to stay. Deepening your breath, reawakening your body. Give yourself time and turn to the right side of your body, supporting your head on your right upper arm. Fetal position. 2-3 breaths here. And then slowly pressing yourself up. Coming back to upright position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and see you next time. Enjoy your day.